searching the dark side of the mountain. Through my bones and hair and blood, words rise and cold snatched from my mouth to sink them into the cold black mud.
That looked like a one face.
That looks like a spending an XP.
Yeah, right.
That's a dang XP.
That's what we're spending. I got this one. We're spending an XP on that. This
Like,
one I got.
no,
This is why I was banking for this episode. We're good. There is no one. Robbie, roll that, please.
This is not the one you were looking for.
This is not the one you were looking for.
Wait, you're able to use an XP on me to?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You can use XP on other people.
Any roll.
I was about to say that was my last XP.
No, it
That was
wasn't.
a one
You
that
hold
just
on
went
to that
whooshing
just
by.
In case you need it for something. You hold on to that one. We're not quite there yet. If it was a one again, I swear to God. There's another one.
It was a 2.
Oh,
That's
okay.
better than a one.
Better than a one.
Better than a one.
Better than a one.
Yep.
Get different dice.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a different one.
seriously.
You stumble in onto your feet and fall forward a few feet right where Tegan is, trying to both lift Tegan or help Tegan up, who is also prone, and try and get on your feet and moving. You're stumbling forward. Tegan, I'm gonna move Tegan to the same time as you for the moment. Tegan, what are you doing when this happens?
I mean, my job is still, or in my mind, my job is still to get Walter out because his daughter's alive now. So I'm probably like grabbing him by the collar.
Can I get a speed
Why
roll
am I
from
the only
you?
one on my feet?
Can I get your speed roll?
Yes. That's a 15. And can I also get a handful of burning ichor? And I just want to like mud fling it in front of us, like hoping maybe he'll hit worms or
Yeah, I mean the
webbing or
ichor
something.
is actually burning now. So if you grab it, you're going to take damage from the fire.
Oh yeah,
but
I'm okay with it. I just want to like mud sling it to like
Sure.
hit the worms or webbing in front of us to try and like get
all
us
right,
through
you,
it.
you grab ichor on the way through. You help you and Walter help each other to your feet. You did a little bit better getting to your feet than he did, and you throw the ichor forward.
How much?
Take a point of
how much
damage from the
damage do you want me
fire.
to take?
I'm assuming you're going to do it as fast as you can. You're going to take 1 point from
Yeah,
that.
yeah, just like mud
Throw
sling
it
like
out,
you.
and you see it hit the webbing, and it rolls across and through it all.
Just
Erwin,
continue
what
to
are
yell,
you
"Get out,
doing?
get out."
You are now in between the ledge and what was going on there, watching all this unfold.
I'm just gonna try to use inside voice to encourage them. Just say, it's short range, so it's pretty good.
You're in that range.
Blast it, move you two, but continue to run and get out as close to that ledge or climb it as I can.
Yeah, you can get to the ledge because the Father Bartimaeus had cleared the web, and so you could go straight rather than wind your way through. And you help the others in a direction too. And then the fuse stops, and then you hear as the dynamite goes off right behind all of y'all, and the worm is at 0.0 on it. Everyone that is below the ledge takes 12 points of damage unless you have armor. Anyone above the ledge takes 6 points of damage. And the worm gets a hole blown through it that is brutally big. Father Bartimaeus, what are you doing when you see this happen? Did anybody go down, or is anybody up? Is everybody still up?
Still up.
Still up, but my might is now 0, so I
Same.
believe I'm impaired.
Yeah,
My might is at 2.
Yeah, you both are really hurting, you've never felt like anything like that. Being blown up is a painful experience, that's for sure. What about you, Erwin? Where are you at?
I'm impaired as well, 0 might.
All right. So, Father Bartimaeus, you see the three of them kind of, I mean, they definitely get knocked prone, and they look dazed and injured. But the girl and Benny are still there, and your body took the impact for Evie as you were turned away.
Okay. So is Evie knocked unconscious? So she's fine.
Evie is.
She's still.
Evie's
is
fine.
She still okay.
She's crying though from the pain of the blast. It was definitely felt.
Yeah.
And you hear the ground start to rumble.
Okay. Benny, can you be a human for me? I need you to be a girl again, Benny.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. So,
Benny's not big enough to carry this girl.
Benny's big enough to listen, and it'll feel better saying this to Benny, the person.
Okay. I can't go back that quickly. What? Ugh.
So, what I need you to do, and I know that you can't carry this girl out of here, so I'm not leaving you with the girl for anything other than a minute. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and set her down gently. I'm going to go make sure that her father gets up here. You know, help Walter get him out. I need to try to get Tegan and Professor Hayes. Okay, I need you to stay here, preferably in human form. That way you can tell Walter where he needs to go and still wait for me to go and grab them, because Tegan is small enough that you can at least help her out of here if need to. I will probably need to carry Professor Hayes, for being honest.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have to turn into a girl now, though.
Right. Well, anyways, I'm just saying it's depending.
Wait,
So just
right.
Right. So I will be back. I'm not leaving you. I need to go make sure that everyone else can also leave.
I don't think Benny would have turned back.
That's fine.
If I have to, I know I said I did, but if I have to spend an experience to say I didn't,
No, you
I
don't
don't
have
think
to.
I would. Especially,
No.
okay, especially if you're leaving me with her. She was
Yeah.
very calmed by the cat.
Cool. Do that.
Benny's gonna stay a cat,
Anyways, hopping down.
and like when you
hop-
set her down, Benny's gonna like
Yeah.
not really crawl in her lap, but like sort of, just so she is like a barrier.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Makes sense.
So you go to the ledge. You're going to start climbing down. Walter, you're at 13. What are you doing?
After this explosion, I'm gonna check on Tegan.
Well, Tegan's right next to you. How are you, Tegan? I know that you're impaired, so.
Probably dazed. I have experience being blown up, if that matters. I'm still probably dazed.
He's got a particular set of skills, I tell you.
I do.
Well, one thing you do notice is that there is fire now all over in here. Any puddle of ichor is burning, webbing is burning, and there are rocks that are starting to fall from the ceiling that got, I'd say, loosened or blown off in some cases.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be doing my best to get Tegan and myself out.
All right. And what are you doing? Well, you're at 13, so you start to help Tegan up and try and kind of move Tegan to the ledge. Can you make me an intellect roll?
This is Walter.
Yes.
Okay. That is a 5 on the dice.
All right. You kind of get Tegan, and you're a little disoriented. You're kind of having trouble seeing the right direction. just from the being dazed and confused, and you were hit hard.
Seeing
But
double,
Tegan
triple,
is
quadruple.
there, and you're able to kind of use Tegan as a way to center yourself for a moment and kind of help Tegan out. What are you doing, Erwin?
So Erwin's like bloodied. He probably like hit his face against the ledge as the blast went off and kind of pushed him, but he shakes it off and looks up and slowly just starts to climb with whatever strength he has left.
Father Bartimaeus is right at the top of it and staring down at you.
Try to grab him.
Pulling him up.
Yeah. And that pull is what you needed to get up there. You don't even know if you would have got up without his help. In fact, can I get a strength check, a might check from you, Father Bartimaeus?
Let's go with the 19.
Yeah, that'll work. So you're able to pull him up and get him back up there. And you see up here the Catamount and Evie are back at the edge of the ledge near looks like a cave. And Father Bartimaeus is there, and you see back that Tegan and Walter are trying to help each other up. And Walter, do you have any healing abilities or anything? Because it is still I forgot to ask if you had another action, something that you could do on your turn. I just don't know if you had.
Any more of that royal jelly?
I do. The only thing that I have technically is alleviate, but that is to. I guess it cancels or cures one malady, such as disease or poison.
Yeah, this is not that.
Yeah, I
more
don't.
of a
Other than that,
condition.
I've got living off the land, and that's the only thing I
All
can
right.
think of for healing.
So Erwin gets up to the top. Tegan, Benny. Oh, Benny, I know what Benny's doing. Tegan, what are you doing? You are.
Is there? No, never mind.
What are you doing, Tegan?
I am dragging Walter's ass out of here if it's the last thing I do.
Well, you two are dragging each other's asses out of here. You
I was
get up
just gonna say the same thing.
and you're stumbling forward to the ledge. You have contusions along your arms and back. You can feel things like rocks and bits of bone maybe were thrown into you. And you get to the ledge and you see Father Bartimaeus right there above, hands down out.
Shoving Walter up.
I don't think you have the strength.
I don't. I'm not very
You're trying.
helpful. I'm trying.
Walter, you feel someone press your butt.
I'm gonna, if I have the strength to do so, I'm gonna put her in front of me.
You have more might than she
Yeah,
does.
I have no might.
With all two might that I have left,
Right.
put her in front of me
You-
because it
you-
makes a hell of a lot more sense for me
You
to
push her up enough that Father Bartimaeus can grab her arms.
Let me guess,
pull up.
another might roll?
Yep, of course. I'm just waiting for them to fall on each other or something. That'd be funny.
Let's go for a nat 20 that time.
Yep. Pulled up, no problem. Slung up.
Immediately gonna spin around on laying down with my arms down to help Father pull up Walter.
Yeah, you're no assistance, but sure.
I'm not. No, it's the thought that counts.
Right.
It's all for appearances.
Father, you were able to reach down and help Walter up. When you look back, you see the worm has disappeared into a hole. But there's a lot of guts and bone and pieces of flesh all over this place. But the worm itself, it ain't all there.
But now everyone's up on top.
Yep. And
Let's
the
get out of
rocks
here.
above are starting to.
As we leave, can I thread or trace the threads on the worm, just so I have a little ding?
Sure.
Okay.
And in fact, when you go to do that, you know where the worm is. It has found a corner somewhere in this cavern, and it ain't moving. We're going to go out of initiative order for a bit, since you're not under duress at the moment.
I think we need to go see Gazzy.
You are likely very correct.
As soon as I get up the cliff, I'm gonna head over to my daughter.
She's laying with the catamount, kind of rubbing its behind its ear.
I'm gonna scoop my daughter up, and Benny, if you want to hop on my shoulder, go right ahead.
It's a little
I'm a little big for that.
A little big for that.
Can I get a might check? I'm going to give you two, ease it by 2, because it's your daughter and it's dire. So normally you'd be at a 0, I think. So you have a 6.
I think I need another dice.
Can you roll a 1 again? No, you didn't.
No,
I'm
you
spending
didn't.
an XP. I will spend the XP
Benny,
next time.
no,
All right.
let Benny spend it because I have so much right now.
You don't have to spend
Feel
XP.
so
It's just a DM
Walker's so
intrusion. Who cares?
expensive.
We're so
With
close
you?
to getting out of here.
With you?
It's just a DM intrusion. It's not a big deal. No big
We're
deal.
so close to getting out of here.
Out.
Is that what you think?
Am I rolling?
Roll.
A 14 that time.
Yeah, it's much
There
better.
we go.
Ooh.
There we go.
So you're able to lift her. It's heavy, and you feel your body is in pain, but you're able to pick her up and carry her almost heroically.
Let's get out of here.
And from behind Tegan, you start all heading down through the cave. Tegan, though, you feel the shake in the room. And you hear motion.
Is my thread moving towards us?
It is.
Oh, fun. Tegan immediately goes back into that. Get out, get out, go.
And as you are clearing the entrance to that cave, you see the front of the worm over the ledge quickly and sticks. And then its maw starts searing away at the stone, trying to dig through, because it does not fit through that cave you were in. And you all start moving. Huh?
Tegan has a 45 that the group would not allow her to give to Benny. She's a child.
No, I don't know why you didn't give it to Benny.
No, they wouldn't let me. So she's gonna be in the back of the group yelling at everyone to go forward, and she's just gonna blindly fire behind her. She's ready.
All right. I'll give you a roll. You are hindered by one because it's blindly firing.
Yeah. Just firing and yelling. 13.
All right. So you're shooting at it and you're hitting something. You're pretty sure, and it's taking damage, but it is moving with purpose and trying to dig through this stone, and it's doing it. It is like melting the stone away and absorbing the dust and the rocks into it as it goes. It can't move as fast as you can move through the stone when it's solid like this, but it can move. And you start to, well, I don't know. The rest of you, I assume, are heading down the cave following Benny the cat.
And you just hear Tegan wildly scream to run and is shooting sound.
And you're firing at the thing as you're running and turning. And after you turn the corner, you feel some rock back there kind of crumble away, and you feel the sound of it pull through into the next cave behind you still. And Benny, can I get an intellect roll from you?
Yes.
I'd like to know if you
Can
can
I-
remember your way through.
So I am trained in mapping.
Oh, for sure I'll give you that. Even in
badass.
cat form, that's awesome.
Okay. 12 plus being eased by mapping.
Yeah.
It's just
So,
one of the things
yeah,
I get as an
15.
explorer.
So you know where to go to get to that ladder, and everyone follows you around. And
Yeah.
Tegan, this thing is following you at what you would consider about a walking pace for you all, but it is devouring stone as it goes at that pace, and you feel ground rumbling, and then the ground actually shakes, and rocks start coming down from the sides.
I have a question.
Yes.
Here and in mine, there's like mine equipment and things here.
Not here. You need to go up. There's a ladder up ahead that you're going to have to go up, and there's a cart up there.
I'm assuming in our running away at some point, there's like stuff.
If you want there to be, sure.
Yeah, can I possibly as a crafter find enough things to maybe MacGyver something that might slow this worm down?
Sure.
Okay, I want to do that. Everyone just keep going. I was shooting behind me blindly at the end of the group anyway, so I'm just gonna
Give me a
start
roll.
trying to. Okay. I am skilled in crafting ciphers and artifacts, trained in crafting in general,
Oh, very nice.
and
Okay.
trained in carpentry and blacksmithing. I don't know if any of that matters.
We just hear like power
Give me
tools
the-
behind us.
There won't be that.
And
I have
I
an
am
idea.
also a master magic crafter.
All right.
So that's going to be a 19.
Oh, very nice. You find wrought iron that is kind of rusted and pointy, like they were building some gates in here. The tops are pointed, and there's bits of cart. You kind of think you could actually make like some iron that could impale it if it continued forward. At least make it change direction at least.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe if it's right around a corner, maybe you get a stabbing.
Okay, I'm going to try and position it in a way where I think it will hit it, and I'm just going to be like, yes, you stupid worm, and then turn around and run away.
Everyone's continuing forward, and you see on the wrought iron, there's a symbol that is part of the iron that you recognize as being a symbol of like old magics. You don't think they were making a gate to keep people out. You think they were building a gate to keep something in.
Son of a bitch, I knew it.
And this
God damn
thing, it might actually be magical.
Kick it, activate it.
Give me a use a magic roll.
Oh god, I'm not great at that. I am in fact inhibited in that.
All right.
I can make it, I just can't use it. Oh gosh. Ooh, that's a 7, but I'm gonna use an XP to re-roll because I really
Alright.
want this thing to work.
All right.
That's better, that's a 15.
All right. That's that's good enough to do it. So you proceed to understand a little more about this thing, and when you do it, there's a moment where the gates kind of take on a glow, dim and green, and then it just sits implanted in the stone where you walk, and the iron reaches into the walls and stone embraces.
Hager's just gonna pat him like, that's a good iron. Turn around and run away.
And you move. Moving forward, Benny, you find where the ladder is, and it is a crooked, broken down piece of wood. It is not really a ladder so much as it's pieces of wood barely holding on by rusty nails. Some of the bars are not there, some are. Most aren't straight anymore. It looks like the wood got turned sideways at some point. And
at that point is when Benny would, because Benny won't be able to climb a ladder as a, not a straight up ladder as a cat.
sure you could.
I don't think.
Catamount? Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
You ever seen him
well-
jump trees? It's like boom, boom, boom. There's right up.
That's true. Then never mind. I
But
wouldn't.
unless you want to
I
change
would-
into Benny. I'm not telling you not to.
No, I don't. I never want to be human. I'm just kidding. Benny's fine being human. But no, I would. I don't think. I think Benny would just get to the top, get to the end of the ladder, and then like wait. I don't think she would immediately climb up. I think she would be like right there, but also hearing everything going on, making sure we don't lose somebody.
All right, so you get up quick and you find that you're in this tunnel that has a cart and a.
Oh no, she doesn't go up the ladder yet.
Oh, you don't. You wait. Okay, you let them go up.
She waits at the bottom to make sure that everybody got here.
All right, who's going up the ladder, and in what order? And do you have light anymore?
Hmm?
You might not.
I have a flashlight I can take.
All right.
Cat's actually really good looking at night, so I didn't.
Yeah,
pay
the cat's
attention.
fine. So, who's going up? Or y'all just looking at each other? You go first.
Did we decide that Benny had gone first?
No, Benny is
No,
not
Benny
going
did not
yet.
go first.
Benny is
Okay,
waiting.
I'm sorry. I guess I'll go ahead
Go.
and start going.
Yes.
Get ye and your daughter hence.
Give me a might roll, please. You are eased by 2.
That is an 11 on the dice.
All right. You're able to get up. It is very difficult for you, but you find a way to get up to the top. It is a long climb. It is much higher up than you would have thought. And when you get up there, there is a coal cart. It has no coal in it, and it's on a track. The coal cart doesn't have any. It's not like powered or anything. It's just one cart. There's some picks and stuff over here, and when you look down, you can see the light from probably Irwin's flashlight that is down there. But it's a pretty good climb. It's surprising, but hey, mines are like that. Can you give me an intellect check, please?
That is a 15 on the dice.
So this is a two-way tunnel. Like you're in the middle of a tunnel that goes one way and then another way. On one side is the cart. On the other side, there's no cart. There's no rail. This is the end of wherever this cart goes to. It looks like there's a piece that stops it here.
Mm-hmm.
Down the other way, it's just black, except for the eyes, the little tiny white eyes down that tunnel, however far they are, and they blink. There might be 3 or 4 pairs, but there's no lights on down there. It's just eyes.
I am gonna basically yell back to the group, "Come on, y'all, we gotta go!" And I'm gonna plop Evie in the cart, and we are going to head that direction.
All right, you're gonna try and push, and that cart don't move.
Oh,
It might move. You just don't got no strength left to push that thing and get it going by your lonesome.
well, that is upsetting.
Who's coming up next? Go on. You can go. You can keep going.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that yeah, the goal was to use the cart to make things easier, but if it's going to impede our way out
No,
of this cave,
it'll go. It'll take a
Needs
lot
more
of
than
strength to get it rolling. It has been sitting in one spot for a long time.
Gotcha.
And you're pretty weak at the moment.
Sure.
Professor,
Give me a lift, Father.
and I'm getting him up to the ladder and assisting him the first couple of steps up.
Might check, please. Tegan arrives now, too.
Take it just like go 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 go.
16.
Oh, nice. You fight your way through the tiredness in your arms, trying to climb this thing in your legs, and you get to the top, and you see Walter kind of leaning into a cart, and it just seems heavy.
And instead of helping him with the cart, I also get in the cart.
That tracks. Yeah, that's about right. Benny?
Once Tegan arrives, Benny has no problem going up the. She has to go back a couple feet just to get a little run and start to parkour up the side. But Benny's gonna sprint on up.
And then you hear a scream from behind you that is not human, but not human. And it yells out in obvious pain of some kind.
Well done, Miss Foxcraft.
Foxcraft is just turned around and is flicking off the darkness.
Quartermaster grabs her shoulder.
Tegan, you
Up the
go up.
ladder.
Can I get a might check from you too?
Okay.
Did I not need to do one?
No.
Well, I'm also not hindered.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 10.
10. All right. So you get about 2/3 of the way up, and you're giving out. You're just holding on to the wood, and you see from down below, Father, that Tegan is stuck.
Cool. I'm going to take my last 4 nails, and I am going to hammer them into the tunnel in the shape of a cross. Pray for a minute, and then I don't know, so it's you send a quick prayer to please dear God help us, and then starting to climb the ladder, and I'm going to get underneath and tell Tegan to hold on to me as I climb up the rest of the way.
You didn't say Tegan. You didn't say Tegan with on mushrooms, but this is kind of similar. She's like, "Hey, Father, how you doing?
Miss Foxcraft.
I'm very tired."
You see Tegan come over the ledge,
Go ahead
kind
and
of
roll light
collapse
on.
under the weight. Those eyes, by the way, Walter, you see they're getting closer. They're not at quite the little pinpricks they were in the distance. They're more eyeball-like now. And they don't have
Does Benny also
irises.
see them now that she's up there?
Yeah, you see them. And you see, actually, you can see in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You can see down there that there are people walking this way real slow. They got eyes that don't have irises or pupils, it seems, and they're carrying picks and shovels and whatnot. But they're not making no sound when they walk. That's a little surprising. And you get up there, Father, and you see everyone. You see Erwin and Evie in the cart.
Tegan also just kind of falls into the car.
So, seeing the Tommy, I'm assuming Tommy knockers. Father Bartimaeus would know what a Tommy knocker is.
Yes.
No idea. Got it.
So, great. So, Father is going to go ahead and look at the cart, look at the Tommy knockers, reaches into his magic box of quickly losing tricks, because no silver nails, no holy oil. Pulls out the vial of Saint's knuckle bones. Saint Joseph, please help me. Punches the reliquary with his fist to break it open, and just sends them scattering down.
All right.
Hagen's also going to prepare a quick bind if one of them gets too close to us.
Walter is just trying to push the damn cart.
Walter, you get a little second wind as all this starts happening, and the wheels squeak a moment, and they start to move a little bit. They don't move very fast, that's for sure, but maybe with some help from someone with strength, it might work.
I'm going to say, damn it, Professor, you're heavier than you look.
I don't know that what, I don't know. Maybe she would try, but I don't know that the Catamount's got a lot of strength.
To what, push?
Yeah.
Not really, and not really the right kind of body to do it.
A bear, on the other hand.
I mean, we're trying not to also impair Benny. So, hurry up so that Benny doesn't have to become a bear. Then no, Benny would not have tried. Benny is just like facing these things, like staring in their direction, and she begins to get like the cat hackles.
Right. And
And it's-
you see
Father,
them
let's
kind
go.
of looking at the ground at whatever was thrown towards them, and then they look up. And they start moving forward a little faster, trying to get around. And they stumble a little bit. They take, it looks like something, they get burned or something. It's like a flash of fire on them from, ah! And now they're making sound as they drag their picks and shovels along behind them.
Cool. So Bartimaeus is going to take a running nudge and just body check this thing to get
My
it
check
moving.
it. Let me get my check. I'm gonna ease that by 1. You got reason.
Nat 20.
Let's go.
We go in.
Let's go.
That cart moves
Could you,
forward.
for next session, send that dice to Robby?
Yeah,
right.
I'll use that one.
I would, but these were a gift from my now wife, so that's not going to happen.
This dice has done both Nat 1 and Nat 20 this session alone.
It's too unpredictable.
The cart
Yeah.
rolls forward, and you feel once it goes that you're actually on a decline too.
Oh.
And you can
No, that's
feel
not the
it.
right way.
And you can feel it catching some momentum.
Let's go.
Grabbing in and gonna pull himself into the cart. Grab Robbie, pull Robbie into the cart.
A Catamount actually has a top speed of like 60.
Yeah, you can run faster than the
So-
cart, no problem.
I think she
Go
would
off.
run with the cart until it maybe seemed like it might not be a good idea and then jump in, but she's going to run with the cart. now.
And you run with the cart, and the cart goes for a little while, not as long as you would hoped, and then it slows, and then it hits a piece of wood, and all you see is a little light coming in from a sliver over on the right, and you're not sure you can all climb out of that. It is small. And from outside, you hear, we need to make sure this thing gets covered. We don't want no one stealing no more of our coal. So get the other boys up here. Let's cover this thing up. And that's when you realize, Tegan, that this is actually a mine that is used by someone else. It is not the coal mine to steal coal from the coal mine. Someone was climbing in and illegally stealing it, apparently.
Is it like boulders or something that was rolled over?
No, it looks like they're talking about trying to cover it because they found the entrance. But that's an entrance somebody somehow slid into or something.
Who heard the voices?
Tegan, you all heard that out there.
And I
Okay.
know what's going on.
I'm gonna just start yelling. Hey, don't close that door! Come on! We gotta get out of here!
And someone's head looks in from the. Well, I'll be damned. The cold thieves are down there right now.
We're not the cold thieves, you idiot
then you see-
Peckerwood. Get us out of here.
And you recognize that voice as Eddie Nix.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I called him a Peckerwood. I was like, we're not the thieves, you idiot Peckerwood. Get us out of here. There's something down here.
And Jennifer Love looks over. We ought just seal it now. We need to get rid of this problem. Ain't nobody supposed to know about this stuff. Sorry. It's just business. It's just business here. I hate to do what I'm going to have to do here.
You remember that when I blow up your whole damn mind.
You didn't even give me the dynamite that I heard go off in there.
Oh, don't you worry. I got plenty of ways to blow this shit up.
I heard... when I was in the city, I learned a new term. And I learned a new gesture. And she puts a middle finger out and says, "Fuck you all." And she...
Okay.
do I
A thing
still
is going to
have
happen kind of quickly.
Okay. Go. You're a catamount.
Yeah. Can the catamount actually get through this hole?
You don't know. If you do, you'd have to go sideways and like.
It's gonna
crawl
give you
your
some
way
time
out.
because she's gonna quick bind Miss Love and stay
No.
right where she is.
Instead, Benny's shifting. We made a joke before the stream about this. Didn't actually think it would come to term. Benny's shifting into a venomous snake. And is going to shoot through that hole as quick as possible.
All right.
And is headed straight. I don't know if I can make it in that many. I can't do that much, but I can do. I can do the shift and the movement in one turn.
So
Uh,
I'll let that do.
I'm
I'll let you
heading
do
for
that. I will.
Heading for Miss Love.
Yeah. When you go up, I will let you have a chance at a bite. You can do it quickly enough because you are fast.
Yeah, I'm spending the fleet of foot and I have to spend a beast shape in order to change forms. All right, and I'm going to try and bite.
All right. Make me an attack roll. Ah! That thing became a snake! And
No, hold on. An experience that wasn't good enough for me. That's better. Is that a 15 or 16? That's a 15.
all right. And this is an unusual feeling
venomous
for
snake.
you. You have never felt what it's like to put your teeth into a person. And these teeth aren't like other teeth. These things, they go deep, and you feel like you're spitting into the food you're biting into, and you feel this sensation that is nothing like your other teeth. It may be the most interesting teeth use you have felt, but that is nothing compared to the scream of Jennifer Love as those teeth sink into her arm and she falls back as fast as she can. "I got bit by this snake! I got bit!" And she starts swirling her arms trying to fling you off.
No, fuck you, Miss Love.
While that's going on, I'm actually going to use the special ability from being cursed to once per 10 hour rest do a player incursion with no XP being used. And with that, I'm going to do the speaker's overshot it. The speaker's friendly NPC, and I'm going to target this on Mr. Nix. Because an NPC you don't know, someone you don't know that well, or someone that you know who hasn't been particularly friendly in the past, chooses to help you, though you don't necessarily explain why.
And from above Eddie Nix, you see him lifted off the ground like he is a toy. And a finger the size of your body tears a hole in that wall and opens it up for y'all.
Let's go, John Barleycorn! Praise the heathen caricature of God.
And you see an eyeball the size of you peek in, and it lifts up and it throws Eddie Nix. It's like a giant throwing a rock. And Jennifer falls away terrified and runs. So Benny,
let's go.
Okay, that was my question. Can I get a defense roll from the 4 that are in the cave?
Yep.
Yeah.
As the Tommy knockers catch up to you.
So
a 9 from Walter.
9 from
17.
18.
That's gonna be an 8, but I did say I was gonna quick bind one that got close.
Yeah. So Walter,
I will use myself to protect the daughter.
you get a pick into your back as you're standing, and you take 3 points of damage. And it hits and it yanks back to pull you back from the rest of the group, but I think that actually lowered you below 0, right? You were at 2 before, or were you at 0?
Yeah, so I'm now at 0 might and have
And you're into your speed now, I think,
into
right?
my speed now. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're getting hindered even more. And then you hear Evie scream and start climbing into that hole, just trying to get away from these things. Tegan, what was your roll?
Mine was an 8.
8. All right. You get the same effect. You get a nice pike. I'll make it a shovel for you. Why not? For 3 points of damage, right to the head. Kong!
Lucky.
You all hear that? Erwin, what did you roll?
17.
17. It's you just in time catch it and swing back and are able to move back. Father Bartimaeus?
So I rolled an 18, and I was curious if I could do something. I have taken and wrapped one of my crucifixes with the rosary around my fist. Can I catch the thing that was trying to swing at me with that hand?
I'll give you a speed roll for that. Give it a try. Welcome to the channel, Ewine?
That is another 18, boss.
All right, so you grab it, and it burns like fire on this thing. It's one of the ones that had the holy water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it takes damage. You see fire kind of roll out from under the thing, and it pulls its way back.
2 crucifixes, and I have the other one wrapped around my other hand, and I want to punch it in the face.
Give me a roll. An attack.
That is a 14.
14 will hit. You strike it with the cross. You do your damage, which would be 2 points. I'm assuming
Yep.
you don't have
2
any
points.
extra. And
No,
then
I don't.
and it's bonus that it does. The thing falls back. You hear the ground rumbling from back behind you. And from down the way, you hear the push of that worm coming up.
Cool.
It's still distant in the mind, but you know it is coming this way. Evie scrambles, injured and tired and worn, up that hole to that opening and climbs out. And when she gets to the end, a hand lays out in front of her, and she sits in it, and another hand brings a bottle.
Look,
You
I'm
don't
not
get her
stopping
drunk.
it. Look, that's holy moonshine.
All right, can I get initiatives from the 4 of you that are back there? Benny, you have done the bite. Jennifer Love is running. the worst thing you can do when you have a snake bite, by the way, a poison snake bite, by the way.
I think since Benny's not in this fight, I'm actually going to. Benny would revert out of the snake form into human form, she kind of like goes towards the opening, but also towards the big John Barleycorn, just kind of like a big sistering Eevee right now, like.
Yeah, and the John Barleycorn has the form of the effigy that you had seen burn in the fire. It does not have the face of a person. It looks like it's wearing a mask, and that hand is out under that entrance, and Eevee has landed in it, and it has put a glass bottle in front of her with some clear liquid, probably water.
No.
Right.
It's a kind of water.
Yeah.
It's a kind of water.
He uses water,
She looks
maybe.
scared.
What?
Does she look scared?
Eevee don't look either scared or perturbed, or she's just sitting in the hand looking at this gigantic thing. I mean, this thing is buildings tall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's looking down at you.
Saw it before, but
No,
she's
you
heard
haven't.
the adults talking about it, and it sounds like it's a friend. So Benny's just like, "You're okay, Evie?"
And
You're
it looks at
okay.
you and it goes, "You're of the green. You're welcome here."
Thanks. Benny. Yeah, she's just keeping close. We can go on to the fight.
And it kind of nudges the bottle to the girl.
You need your strength, Evie.
Down in the mines. Yeah, she Walter, what will she do? Will she drink or not drink?
I think I would leave that up to you.
Roll me a d20. 1 to 10, no drink.
10 on the nose.
God damn it.
Can we give it a +1 because Benny yelled, "It's okay, Evie. You need your strength." We'll give it a +1.
Hole 11.
From down in the hole, you see her, like, not sure for a moment, and then she lifts the bottle and drinks from it. And her eyes open wide, like, really wide. Oh my God, it's like fire in my mouth. It's like fire. But you see her skin clears up some.
It is the holy shine.
And then she burps. She belches in your face. Down in the mines, we got the four of you dealing with some Tommy knockers. And I need to get your initiative rolls.
I had rolled 16.
16.
When you had asked for it earlier.
Father,
15.
Erwin,
12th.
and Tegan.
Hey, it actually rolled a 17 this time.
Oh my
Hey.
God. All right. Well, we'll start with the 17, Tegan.
I think Tegan is going to quick find the one that stabbed Walter
Okay.
and rip Walter off the pickaxe and throw him towards the exit.
Why did I feel that? Oh.
So, do your bind. Attempt your bind. Is it automatic, or do you have
It's
to roll?
automatic for something my size or smaller.
It is actually smaller than you.
Yeah.
So it is bound, and it freezes in place, almost like it's afraid of you and what you're doing. But it does not pull the pickaxe away, so you actually do have to
Yeah,
Pull
I'm just
him
gonna rip
off.
him off of it and throw him at the exit.
Can I get a might check from you? Do you have the strength to lift him off of that pickaxe? I'm wondering.
Probably not, because I have a 0.
I know. I'm going to give you an ease of 1 because you are
Highly
saving your
motivated.
friend and motivated highly. So you just need a 1 to a 3.
I got an 18.
So 18, 9, yep.
Sorry, Walter.
That's exact. No, that's exactly what you needed. 18, 19, 20 would have got you. So you're able to kind of pull him away and push him toward the hole.
And then I'm gonna try to get
16.
between him and any other attackers
16.
to get hit.
16 is Walter. What are you doing, Walter?
Oh, like 16 DC. No.
I'm like, the what?
Wait a second, that's not how this works.
I was thinking of D&D there for a moment.
I am going to. So I get pushed toward the hole.
Yep.
And be like, oh god, because I got stabbed in the back with a pickaxe. And
Yep. And you're bleeding.
Oh yeah, feels great. Looks better. I'm gonna start moving my way toward the hole, and also I'm gonna use push, my special ability push, which I gather magic from the world around me to push creature or object in an immediate distance in any direction I wish. I'm gonna whip that pickaxe back at the bastards that stabbed me with it.
All right, make me an attack roll. A push roll. Love that.
Okay, so I think I just need to stop playing this game because I rolled a nat 1.
No, you
Oh,
didn't.
nice.
Take an XP. No, you didn't. Take an XP.
I've been given an XP and I'm switching dice to the original dice. We'll see if it gets me a nat 20 this time. How about a 4?
Better than a 1.
Better than a 1.
So the pick moves, but it just falls to the ground in front.
And you know that makes a lot of sense actually.
Well, welcome, Jess the Human. Thank you for raiding us tonight. We are playing some Old Gods of Appalachia, and they're being chased by giant worms filled with bodies and creatures of the dark. 16. So you did your action. You get up in that hole and start moving, and you try and push back on the Tommy knocker that put a pickaxe in your back. 15 is Father Bartimaeus. What are you doing with your time here?
I am walking. So, who is the next closest person? So, I see Tegan is still caught with the Tommy knocker. I see that Hayes is not Professor. You need to leave. I say as I walk past Professor, and I grab the wood in half of the handle, and I proceed to beat the ever-living shit out of the Tommy knocker that is holding said
All right.
implement.
Make me an attack. See if you can hit it.
That would be a natural 20, boss.
A nat 20 will hit. You will do 2 points extra damage even, and you plant that wood hard, and you knock it back a bit. I mean, it is a knocker. You knock it, so that makes a lot of sense.
And then I'm going to stand there and please pardon my butcher Latin. In nomine Dei, te donon, te expello, te deleo. As I just am standing there making sure everyone else has a chance to run away.
Erwin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna draw my knife, but I'm gonna walk towards the hole, like back towards it, and I'm gonna let Walter go first because I think.
All right.
Since I'm just kind of stuck there at the hole, I'm gonna take my rest action, my 1 action rest.
So, for the Tommy knockers, you feel an unusual moment when they have recognition. And the 3 that are not bound all move in and attack simultaneously on Father Bartimaeus. Can I get a defense roll from you 3 times?
First one is an 18. Second one is a 16. Third one is a 17.
So
How do you roll good? How roll good?
Yeah, what's this? So
Powered
good.
by the love of my wife.
They swing at you and they try and corner you back up in there, and then almost without realizing, the ground in the cave behind them widens, and you see a maw filled with arms tearing a hole through this cave.
Time to go.
And the worm of bodies opens the hole up. Can I get a speed check from everyone there?
I'm spending an XP on that. No.
13. That's above a 10.
You scramble up the hole.
That's a 16.
Scrambling up the hole.
That is also a 16.
Scrambling up. If that's what you want to do, I assume.
Yes.
Spend an XP to reroll that as well. And I'm putting a level of effort into it. Oh, at 20 that time.
Hey!
You
It
scramble
was a
up.
7 the first time.
And it is, you are so lucky as it happens, the hands coming out of the maw of this giant worm reach into the hole just behind your feet as you scramble in. And you feel it, you feel heat from it melting away the stone trying to get to you. And you hear in your mind, Erwin, we're here for you. We can help you learn what you need. Can I get an intellect roll from you, please?
Yeah. I can do one free level of effort, but otherwise I got a 5. And no XP.
Hold on, didn't that? No, that was Robby. I gave the special mental thing to. Never mind.
We're going to teach you the secrets of the dark. And you feel a hand grab your ankle. Can you make me a defense roll?
Yep. 12.
And when it grabs your ankle, for a moment, you start seeing worms at the end of the world, volcanoes pouring out lava. You see the sea rise, tsunamis rolling over cities worldwide, ships sinking. And you see, I mean, it's obvious you're seeing the future. And you see yourself guiding the worms to save the world. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna roll a dice here. Okay. He looks back at the people going up the tunnel, and he looks down at the worm, and he clutches his book, and he lets go of the rock.
And Erwin is pulled into the maw. The human arms inside the maw grab and pull at him and tug him, and he is pulled into the mouth, and it closes on him at the entrance to that hole, and he disappears, and the worm starts burning a hole through the stone, coming forward again. I will get back with you in a little bit, Erwin.
Okay.
You see the tip of the worm pushing out as you come crawling out of that hole right at the end. And suddenly you're scrambling and falling out of the hole. And you see Evie, stronger than before, sitting on the ground with Benny. Benny, you saw the giant step away and disappear into the trees.
Is there a chance that in the, like, where those people had been, they had, like, was it just Miss Love and Eddie Nix, or had there
Yes.
been other people?
No, it was only 2. They were going to get other people.
Oh, well, then Benny would have removed, like, her, I imagine she had, like, a little jacket on. Benny would have removed her jacket and put it on Evie while they were sitting there.
All right.
Just like waiting.
And suddenly you see everyone scramble out like ants coming out of an anthill, falling out. And then suddenly the tip of the worm not only comes up, but you see Erwin get sucked in by the hands that yank him and pull him into the body of the worm. And it closes with the tip of it sticking out the little bit of a hole left in the cave. And you feel heat from around this worm, and the stone starts to melt black ichor. And it is like black lava coming from this thing. And as it does so, you hear and steps start coming back. And the worm pulls back as fast as it can and disappears into the mountain as a punch comes down and breaks the stone, but the worm is gone.
Hagen's just gonna run over to the barley guy and just give him a big hug. He's very tired. Thank you.
And he turns and he walks back to the forest. And where he stood, there is left, of course, the standard bottles of moonshine left behind John Barleycorn as he walks off into the forest, disappearing again.
My guy.
And all of you feel a bit of a headache coming on, and like you've been drinking. His presence is like that. It is hard to resist.
Hagen's gonna pick one of them up, open it, take the biggest swing of her life,
Bartimaeus holds his arm out.
and then look at Father and say, "Welcome to Guilty House." And hand him the moonshine.
Thanks, I hate it.
Thanks, you too.
It takes a huge drink.
And
I have a question.
Yep, go on.
As John Barleycorn has been now walked out here twice, does it look like, just to confirm, that John Barleycorn's big footprints are the same footprints we saw at Gaz's?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Making sure there's not a second.
It's not
deity
another
running
kaiju.
around.
Godfire!
And the sun sets.
Kaiju fight.
The sun goes down over the horizon, and
We need to get to Gazzy's.
you feel the headache wane, and prohibition begins. And you feel the burn of the liquor that you had just drank. It gave you some strength and some healing back. And then the bottles, the next drink is like nothing.
And he loses his power because now there is no belief in alcohol.
Normal alcohol, though, because does it burn? That's the important thing.
It is normal alcohol.
Okay.
It's just
Tegan's
not
gonna take
like it was.
as much of it as possible.
Found the hole.
We still have a worm and a tree to kill.
And Walter, your daughter comes running up to you and leaps in your arms. I'm sorry that Mom and I disappeared. And her voice is raspy and weak, but she looks healthier than she did before.
Maybe it's not your fault, honey.
I think Mama's not coming back.
I know. And I just pull her in tight. And I'm so sorry. I should have been watching after you.
It's so cold out here. It's winter. I thought it was summer. When we were taken in, it was summer. How long have we been gone?
It's been a while, honey. And I in addition to whatever was wrapped around her, I'm gonna also put if I had a jacket or shirt or whatever.
Bartimaeus undoes his collar, takes off his cassock, and tosses it around the two of them.
Thank you, Father.
What? I don't want to tell you what happened to me. It was so horrible. And to Mama.
Mr. Gwennon.
And I'm just holding her tight. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right now. And I just look to you. I don't really say anything, but
That
St. Louis has people who can help her heal and get through this. I'm happy on the coin of the church to bring the two of you with us. She can be seen after by doctors, the best medical care. There are people within the church who help children get past these kinds of things. I'm offering you that.
let's talk about this later.
the big thing said that she, and she points at you, Benny, was green, and she ain't green at all. She looks like normal.
Oh, that's all right, honey. That just means she's on the good team.
Benny at this point has come and sat between Father Bartimaeus and Tegan, and just kind of like sat there where, assuming since they're passing the bottle, they're next to each other, and
Yes.
it's kind of gotten a little bit small. Has kind of gotten a little bit small between the two of them, and then she kind of goes, "Is the professor? Is he gone?"
And Evie looks around. What? Oh no, it'll happen to him too. Oh God, no.
I think that would be the first recognition that Walter realizes he jumped in there. Where's Erwin?
I saw his face when the worm came through the hole.
Oh, no.
What did he look like?
No, he was part of the worm. When John Barleycorn punched the worm, the professor was part of the worm. Isn't that what was described?
It pulled it into its mouth with all the human arms pulling him into it.
Yeah.
And then its mouth closed around it and pulled back into the mines with it fully swallowed.
It was like it ate him.
That is what it was trying to do to all of us.
Been after him for a long time, too.
And Evie goes, "Oh my God, you still got bees in your beard, Pa. You still care for the bees."
Oh, yeah, they missed you too.
And she's, "We got to get away from this place. It ain't safe near these holes."
I know, honey. I know.
Well, Father, you ready to go burn a tree?
Let's burn it to the ground.
Just picks up as many of the alcohol
Picks
bottles
up-
as you can.
2 bottles, 1 in each hand. Let's go burn this fucking tree.
And this is where we're going to break. I want to thank all you for coming and watching Worm Grunting live. We'll see you we will see you either next week or the week after. Actually, I don't think it. We'll talk about it. It'll either be for what will be the finale of the campaign. It was an awesome penultimate episode, I think. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon. Have a good night. Enjoy the darkness. Bye. It only took to the last campaign to have a good closing statement. Take care.
Burning rock, crackles smoke out of the mountain's mouth, hollowed by a cut, by a slash, by a fiery blow. Running through the valley like it's running through my veins, while red-eyed crows keep watch underneath the dark mountain stone. Cut hard from the dark mountain stone. Cut hard from the dark mountain